Howdy guys, and welcome back to Albert Engel's Pro Career in Pro Cycling Manager 2024. So far, it's been a rather good Volta, I would say. We can't complain. In this episode, we're taking on stage 16, 17, 18, and 19 of the Volta, which will be probably the big showdown between Jorgensen and Albert. It's a bit of a round two of the Giro, you could say. Let's jump on into stage 16. And stage 16, I think we touched on this last episode, but it is a hilly stage, but it's kind of a flat stage. This is like a flat stage for the Volta. It's always a common theme is the Volta has very hard stages just all around. Every stage is difficult.
After a big jump up to the northern coast of Spain, we're walking out in the streets of Laredo to witness the start of the 16th stage. The 170-kilometer route to Santa Cruz de Bezana is said to be flat by the organisers, but it does venture into the mountains for two short, sharp climbs, the Alto de Hijas and the Alto de San Cipriano. They're more Ardennes than Cantabrian, but they will allow attackers to break the grip of the sprinters' teams. However, any escapees will be reeled in over the 40 kilometers to the finishing line before a final high-speed showdown of this year's Vuelta.
All right, yeah, you heard the man. Basically, it's one of those typical Vuelta stages, flat but not flat. Got 10 riders in the breakaway: Seberic, Moguadi, Aramaral. Oop, we're slipping backwards a little bit here. Just adjust our effort. Keep going on ADX. Franco, Osborne, Carboni, Alessandra. That's Kenny and Alessandra. Rides for Astana now. Sam Gaze, Ferrara, and Gelders. So a bit of a diverse array of teams represented. Astana with 2, Caja Royale with 2, or 3 actually. Alpecin with 2, or 3 actually as well for them. So yeah, maybe one that might go all the way, but I think the sprinting teams would be more interested in keeping it together, like Gaviria and co. All right, we're going to jump all the way forward to the sprint finish unless something exciting happens. All right, we are under 10k to go. We're at 9k. We're going to grab Jorgensen's wheel with Albert for now. We're going to probably search for a better wheel later on, just because Jorgensen's not really a fast finisher, is he? Van Tricht was trying to drop Biddens off, but didn't quite make it, unfortunately. So Albert's got no water, but there is only 2k to go. Let's pause it here. Looks like Carlos Rodriguez is currently off the front. Sagat is very interested in getting him back. I think Rodriguez is going to hold on, though, by the looks of it. We'll launch the sprint with Albert, try and steal some points where we can. Van Gils looks like he's going to get second, but Rodriguez holds on. Albert's not even going to beat Jorgensen in the end by the looks of it. No, Van Gils gets second. James Knox, the quick step man, in third. Alex Arenbaru in fourth, and Jorgensen fifth. Albert just behind in sixth. Oh well, not too bad. A transitional stage, no time lost. Let's jump to the podiums now. And there is, I said Carlos, it's Christian Rodriguez. Carlos Rodriguez is the Ineos man. Get the two a bit mixed up there, but taking out the stage win for him. Arkea having a very good Volta so far. No changes in GC. Jorgensen's still at 51 seconds. No changes to KOM class. No changes to... Oh no, there is a change to the points class. Sorry, Maxime Van Gils with that second place moves him into the lead. Gaviria at 180, and we're back there at 157. So we're still in touching distance, but it's going to take some results our ways and breakaways not making it all the way to the finish line. Young riders still with us. EF still keep their 2-minute lead over Bora. Let's get into stage 17. All right, and here we are at stage 17 from Unuquera to Lagos de Cavadonga. We do take in what looks like the same climb twice. The La Caloda Lamona. Yes, it is. Okay, good. We don't have to say it twice. That's good. And obviously we finish up the Lagos de Cavadonga there at the final. Looks like some hard climbings. The unfortunate news is Albert is at 76% fitness. So that final surge of fitness in the final week hasn't arrived. This is it. This is what we've got. So we're going to be probably on the defensive, hoping to not lose too much time to Jorgensen and the likes. All right, let's get into it.
We're in Unquera for the start of the 17th stage that takes the riders further west towards the final curtain of the 76th Vuelta. In the meantime, after 182 kilometers in the saddle, there's a rendezvous with the Lagos de Covadonga. Enough has been said about a summit finish on the steep slope for all but the hardiest of riders not to be troubled. Today, however, the organisers have thrown in an untried warm-up in the shape of the first category Colada Liomem, almost 8 kilometers at an average of about 9%. To make matters worse, it's visited twice. Surely a day marked for the climbers and the GC favourites.
Alrighty, we have Garcia has entered the breakaway, which is a little bit confusing. He's riding top 3 on GC. You wouldn't move to the breakaway, but I mean, look, it's how he's gotten to top 3 in GC, so I suppose fair play to him, sticking true to his tactics. The Uno X boys are now all on the front. I don't know that they've got the kind of firepower to bring it back, but it's all we can do to hope that they do, really. Alright, we're going to jump forward to this Category 1 climb and update you guys to anything that happens. Alright, looks like Van Gils is out of that leading group. We've hit this Category 1 climb, and I can tell you it is being ridden quite hard. We've had to up the effort with Albert just to make sure he's not out of position. Okay, there we go. We're on the early slopes of it now. And Garcia has come out of that breakaway, which is good news for us. Here he is here. Try to get his wheels to appear. Sometimes the texture pack plays up a bit. I actually can't get the trick to do it anyway. So yeah, he is hurting a little bit from those early efforts. That might cost him his high GC. That's why I thought it was a bit of a weird move from him. There's still 18 riders up ahead. I think they're going to go for the stage win. We're not really going to ride too hard. Let's have a look at how Jorgensen's going in comparison. He's on a +3 day, so I do have to worry a bit about that. So I'd rather not make it too difficult. Alright, we're over that climb. Zwihoff, I think, took out maximum. No, he got second place, so 6 points for him. He's moving closer to stealing that jersey back. Alright, let's get to the second ascent of the same climb. Alright, we've increased the effort with the Uno X boys this time up the ascent. Only because it seemed like we're going backwards, if I'm honest. So we've put him on 79. It seems to be doing the trick a little bit better this time. Although, it has blown out 7 minutes, which is not ideal. Albert's a little bit too far back for my taste. Right, we're over that ascent of the very steep, I forget its name again, the La Caloda Lamana. Sure. Rodriguez, once again in the breakaway, managed to take maximum at that time. Lopez there taking 6 points. He won the previous. So not really much change in KOM, I think, after that. Alright. Let's get on to this final climb. Alright, we're swinging on to the final climb now. We've got Jorgensen sitting right there, who's looking pretty good, but Albert's not looking too bad either. We're going to adjust our effort to around 81 for these early slopes when everyone's fresh and they all go on crazy ramp. Oop, unfortunately, Christian Ecking has suffered a puncture. We still have Johannesson and Magnus Kort here to help us out. We can drop the effort a little, just see that we can keep holding our position there. We can, great. Seems like Bora's got all of their riders still, so I'm happy to see that as a future Bora man. We're going into the 5k to go banner. How's Jorgensen feeling in comparison? Pretty similar, but slightly better. That's alright, we're going to just keep here for a bit longer still. Okay, we might take the gel with him now, move him on to 80. There's only about 2k to go for the peloton, looks like. Jorgensen's moved to lead the group now. We might have to up it to 90. Ooh, stuck in the middle here. Come on, move through those riders. Looks like someone's about to win the stage. We're going under the K to go banner. Who's got it? It is Pare Pentari. Don't know who that rider is. Alright, Albert's almost at the finish line. He's cooked himself. Jorgensen's coming through, but I think it's just enough maybe to get same time. Potentially a bit of a gap there. I'm not too sure, but we can wear a little bit like that. I'm happy with those kind of results. Van Gils is just behind us, kind of proving how strong of a tour this guy's having. Okay, let's see the podiums to confirm what gaps we're talking about here. And here is the podiums with Paret Pentari, the AG2R rider, taking his maiden. A lot of maiden stage wins in this Vuelta, but it's his turn to take a maiden stage win. Juan Pedro Lopez and Christian Rodriguez, the winner from last stage, taking out the top 3 there. In terms of GC changes, yeah, it was a bit of a time gap. Jorgensen etching closer, 38 seconds now. Got to just hold on. There is a TT to finish, which suits the world champion. Garcia, no changes on KOM, but Christian Rodriguez moving closer, so no changes just yet. Maxime Van Gils, no changes here. Young rider, no changes. And EF, only 21 seconds to Bora now, so it's getting closer and closer. Okay, let's get into stage 18. And stage 18 is a doozy. This is going to be hard. We just need to stay within touching distance to Jorgensen. We take on 2 category 1s before a cat 2, and then the final up the Alto de la Gamantaru. I think this is one of the hardest climbs in the world from memory, loosely. I think it's got one of those titles to it. It's something ridiculous. Albert's on a +2 day, apparently. Let's jump into the stage to find out.
From a rider's point of view, the good news about this 18th stage is that it's relatively short, 159 kilometers. The bad news is that after leaving Salas, there are 2 first category ascents, plus a summit finish on a new recruit to the Vuelta's monster climbs, the Alto de Gamoniteiro. The latter's special label is well deserved because, due to a loop down through Pola de Lena, it's basically the first category Alto de la Cobertoria plus another 600 meters. Throughout the day, riders are climbing at percentages into the double figures, and so this will be a key day for both the red and the polka dot jerseys.
That climb looks hellish. We're going to have to hope that Albert's got some legs to get over that thing and near Jorgensen. But first off, we have a rather large group, as usual, in these races at the moment. 18 riders, Garcia, Perona, the guy on third has decided for some bizarre reason to get into the break once again. Carlos Verona's also up there, Vermarki's up there, so it's a strong breakaway. They've been given around 2 minutes so far. Looks like there's a lot of teams interested in getting them back, so thankfully Uno X have some help today. We're going to jump forward to a bit higher up on this Cat 1 climb. Oh no, Johannesson, who we got to unfortunately go get some biddens for us, has crashed. That's horrible, but not too eventful, that Cat 1. Sorry we didn't stop for you guys, but nothing happened. EF were leading for the majority of it, as they still are. I suppose they're thinking stage win, seeing as they missed the breakaway. Hugh Carthy's riding pretty high on GC, I guess, so they don't want to risk Raul Garcia stealing more time. It looks like he's on the way back once again. He's hurt himself doing that move. Oh no, he's not on the way back. He's still in the first breakaway, but they've only been given 4 minutes maximum. This is the furthest lead they've had so far, but I don't think it's enough on a stage like this, so I'd expect to see them coming back. Christian Odd-Ecking has hit the front as well now for us at Uno X. Let's get a bit further along and up this next Cat 1. Alright, Raul Garcia has come back to the peloton. He's a little bit cooked once again. I can never understand how he rides. Like, he was this cooked when he came back in the last stage, yet he finished just behind Albert. So I don't know how that works, but anyway. Did he manage to get some points on that climb? No, he didn't. Bizarre. He's getting in these breakaways but not getting points. There's only 5 points on offer, and there's still more than 5 riders up the road. There's that rather large pack now given 6 minutes now that rules set up. I'm going to say I'm not that fast, only because, once again, we have to worry about Jorgensen quite a lot, and he's on a +3 day in comparison to Albert. He's also on a +3 day, but he doesn't have the fitness backing him up, currently at least. Alright, that's that Cat 1 dealt with. As you can see, we deployed that usual tactic where we don't use too much effort to get over it. And then we just used the descent to kind of move our way back up to the front. Alright, we'll move along and catch you guys on the Cat 2 or the final climb. We slipped a little bit there. We're caught napping. We're going to have to hope that this descent, we can restore a lot of our energy down. We're going to need biddens, or someone's going to need biddens. Who's needing biddens? Van Tricht is. Alright, we go back to maintain your own strategy, and you can do so. Alright, this is very bad news for Albert. He's not got much yellow back, and by comparison, Jorgensen has a... Oh, actually similar amount. Okay, that's not too bad. We do need to move up though, unfortunately, or fortunately, one of the two. We do want to be attentive. We've got 13k to go, 4 minutes to the front of the bike race. I don't expect them to be caught. Jorgensen is looking pretty strong though. Albert's riding too far back here, I've got to say. Move up, please, Albert.
That looks like a really bad fall. It's a shame, but he's not going any further.
He doesn't want to move up. We're going to have to use some red, I think, to move up. That's an attack from Jorgensen. We're going to be smart and just sit here for a minute. It looks like the peloton's very interested in bringing him back. For now, this is playing out pretty well. Albert's still got a fair bit of energy left. We've got 8k to go. Oh, Van Tricht's crashed again. He's crashed a lot in this tour, you know. Oh, this is looking tough, looking tough. We've got 5k left or so. We're going to decrease the effort with Albert. Has that cost Jorgensen a little bit? He is back with us. It has cost him, but we're riding pretty similar to each other. Let's just use effort to move up in this peloton. I don't like where we're sitting. Okay, great. Just ease up a little bit. We are catching that early breakaway, which is good news, but I don't have really the energy. Or do I? I might attack. Too restless. I need to go for stage wins if they're there, in my view. Alright, we're moving through these riders now. We've only got under 2k to go. I'm going to adjust our effort and hit maintain with Albert, actually. He's taken the gel. We've got under a k to go. Let's just scroll backwards a little bit. View how Jorgensen's going, actually. Okay, he's going alright. Looks like some riders around us are feeling pretty good as well. How's Adam Yates feeling? What about Arietta? Okay, Jorgensen, he's a bit trapped, so let's attack with Albert.
And he spurts away from the group. He's going for victory.
Alright, let's keep the effort here. Keep some red in stock. We're under the K to go banner. Looks like it's Volta now chasing. We're going to have to get around this bend. Perfect. Okay, all the way to the top, Albert. You've blown, but you might make it. No, looks like Volta's looking good. Jorgensen's looking pretty... Oh, no, Jorgensen's gassed. No. No, that is another stage win for Albert. He needed that. Jorgensen on the same time. Volta riding very strong. Lopez there in fourth. Big gap now back to the rest. Is Perret Pentara, the last stage win winner. And Adam Yates together. Jack Haig then as well in there. Looks like the KOM leaders had to finally give up riding so high on GC. Alright, let's see some podium action. And here he is. I think that's 5 or 4. I need to look that up. Stage wins on the tour now for Albert. He did get 11 seconds over Jorgensen in the end. So that time he lost, he has gained back. A needed buffer for now. We can have a bad day, or Jorgensen can have a very good day at least. We can wear some time loss. Okay, in terms of GC for climber, or sorry, in terms of best climber, we are only 1 point back from Rule Garcia now, so that's heating up. In terms of points class, we're only 6 back as well. That's getting very hot. Young riders, no change, and Bora have managed to wrangle the team class lead off Team EF. And out of interest, where is Uno X on that class? At 13th. Yeah, not doing too bad. All right, let's get into stage 19. Final one for this episode. All right, and stage 19 is from Tapia to Montfort de Lemos. It is another one of those you'd almost call it flat, but it's the way the Volta do flat stages. Pretty hard opening though, might shake a lot of the better sprinters, except for Maxime Van Gils. Expect him to still be in contention at that finish line. We might have to go for the points. If points are on offer, let's get into the stage to find out.
We back up on the Cantabrian Sea for the start of the 19th stage. The survivors of the 2021 Vuelta will soon be heading south over broken terrain for a finish in Monforte de Lemos. The 188-kilometer route takes in 2 second category and 1 third category climbs. Nothing too difficult, and situated in the first third of the stage, they're well placed to encourage a breakaway. The favourites will no doubt let the escapees have their day in the spotlight, and given that this is the last opportunity for most to claim a stage victory, we are likely to see plenty of movement.
Alrighty, we're on this Cat 3 already, Cat 2 next up. Majority of the climbing coming very early. There are 16 riders off the front. We're about 3 minutes back. Looks like the peloton has decided to sit up a little bit now. We'll adjust the effort accordingly. Kemner's up there. Bora have 2 riders with Aliotti as well. UAE centre rider up there. Jayco have centre rider up there. Alpecin de Koenig have 2 riders there. Caja Royale have 2 riders there. Jayco's got a 3rd rider. Yeah, bit of an interesting mix at the very least. No one riding high on the KOM class, which is good news for Albert. Alright, we're coming up to that sprint point, but it looks like we're not going to be able to catch the breakaway, so no chance for points here. We are only a minute 30 back though, so definitely a sniff of a stage win. We'll catch you guys on the run into the finish. Alright, it is a peloton of 126. Rul Garcia has been dropped, the KOM leader. Looks like Navarez is interested to try and get away solo.
Acceleration by
So who is up here that we should be interested in taking a wheel of? I think Maxime Van Gils for now is not a terrible shout. He would be one of the better sprinters left. Looks like he's interested in trying to ride these few down. Ooh, Volta's counter-attacking actually. Wow, that's quite a move from Visma. Magnus Cord is up here now. He's interested in trying to keep things together as well. Nicholas Arndt is trying to get off the front maybe. No, maybe not. We got Cosnefay as well knocking about. Only 8k to go. They've got 20 seconds at the moment. We're still riding on Van Gils' wheel. I don't mind that for Albert if I'm honest. Have we got any other fast finishes we should look out for? Finfisher Black is quite quick, but no, I'm not too fussed about him. We'll stick here on Maxime Van Gils for now. I'm not sure we're going to catch this group though. There's only 23 seconds to go. Marc Soler's now hit the front. We've got Johannesson's up here. Maybe he can bring things back, put him on 99 effort and find out. Maxime Van Gils looks like he's sat up a little bit. He's trying to find wheels. Oh yeah, we're going to catch that group. It's under 2k to go. Magnus Court's looking frisky. That Maxime's launched. We've got a k to go. Now we're going to launch with Albin and see if he can do anything. Volta's looking strong, but it is Corbin Strong looking the strongest. Over Albanese. Engel bag in the top 3. That is a nice and tidy result. Corbin Strong though, the Kiwi for EF. Too strong for others. Only 65 are left in the peloton. Let's see some podiums. And there he is, the Kiwi from EF. What a ride from him. A maiden stage win. New Zealand don't often get stage wins in Grand Tours, so they love to celebrate those. Albanese in second, Albert in third, Cosnefay and Finfisher Black rounding out the top 5. Magnus held on for 10th. Would have probably been better if we had him as an option. Rul Garcia still keeps the KOM lead. We need there to probably be a climb early on in one of these stages because the breakaways get a lot of advantage early on, unfortunately. However, we have taken over the the points class lead by 3 points now over Maxime Van Gils. No changes in the other 2 classes. All right. So what that means for the Volta is things are looking really good for the Grand Slam. That's huge. Eddy Merckx himself couldn't even do that. So has Albert, after this season, potentially superseded Eddy Merckx as the GOAT? That's the question. Maybe too soon to make that call. I think he has to do a few other things in the sport just yet. But we do have a medium mountain stage and a TT to come. So that medium mountain stage, we're going to have to do something in terms of KOM points. That's for sure. But that is for next episode, the final showdown of the Volta. Join us, guys. Peace out for now.